Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to the Rugby League live through crew mode with the New Zealand Warriors. Now what you're going to notice first on the screen here, Manu Vatuvei has received offers from opposition clubs, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to release him. Basically I've talked about it in previous episodes, he just wants too much money, like he wants 600,000 or something like that, and although he's a great player, can't afford that for a winger. You know, as you can see there, we had a buy for round 15 I think it was, and you're actually going to notice that this episode covers 4 rounds. Actually one of them, the last game that you're going to see in the episode, there's only 2 games, but there's been 4 rounds covered due to buys, and that's due to the Origin period. It's really put us out of whack there, but the Origin game was actually played before the last game, I believe. So I decided to just add this one in and go for the two episodes and get back on track in terms of having, you know, round, like for example, have round 1, round 2, have like the odd and even number, just have like a set 2 rounds every episode, even though this is 4. But I think you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. Now you're going to notice this is actually top of the table clash. I probably didn't give it enough respect to start off with. I did barely even mention it that we're playing the Dragons. Is actually we're in first, obviously they're in second, and Dragons, like seriously, they've been my rivals, not the Warriors rivals obviously, but they've been my personal rival throughout this whole career. Now obviously if you've been a long time viewer, you know that I played with the West Tigers, and you know the Dragons really have been my big rival that has been always with us. I mean, in my first season they knocked us out of the finals, they beat me in the grand final as well, and you know, just generally challenging us every single game. And yeah, I really had a point to prove and try and beat the Dragons, but so far I've been unable to break the deadlock really, but we're looking to do it right now. Moylan gets off a pretty dodgy pass there, but it does work out okay for us as we cross over. Connie Harrell ends up scoring a try there, and I think it was all due to Matty Moylan just getting that offload off. Basically he got tackled around the legs there and just got the offload away, and thankfully he didn't run straight over the top of it. Sometimes the players pick it up. I'm not sure exactly who picked it up, but sometimes they just run over the top of it and like knock it on, that sort of shit. So you know, we did get quite fortunate that it did pay off in the end, but yeah, nonetheless, all the pressure that we had, it did pay off. You know, as you can see, Matty Moylan's having a brilliant game there. Not only can he offload the ball, but his kick returns has been fantastic this game, and his ball playing isn't too shabby as all there. Johnson gets it to Ben Henry there. It would have been nice if Conrad Harrell didn't end up, he kind of butchered it for us really. Overrun the play there, and that's just what happens with the backs. They tend to overrun the play a lot. But you can see there, that's just how dominant we were in the first half. The only thing is, no points. That's just a common thing with us. We can't really score a lot of points. We haven't really blown away too many teams there, but thankfully Manu Vatuvei, the man we've chosen to not re-sign because he's not worth that much money. Maybe he's worth that much money. He has got us a lot of points this season, but I think it's one of those things where as long as you kind of got a decent winger who's got a fair bit of pace, we saw it with Kevin Aguama. Wingers are quite overpowered. They're very overpowered. Now right here, this is going to be a bit of a WTF moment. Basically, it's one of those ones, I don't know if people have noticed this when they've been playing or have experienced it themselves. It's probably the more likely scenarios. Matty Moylan comes up with a huge tackle there, a try saver. I thought for sure that they were going to score, and then right here it's Mossy Masoe comes up with a big play. We didn't actually make the tackle on Ben Hunt, but he did enough to disrupt him to not let him get off a kick, which was the main thing. But yeah, Dragons piling on the pressure here. We're going to withhold it. But back to that kickoff. It's one of those ones where not even just the kickoff, even a few plays later, there's been times where I've thrown the ball over the sideline because it doesn't register the left and right for some reason. You press you press right and it'll pass it left, like, and it will continue to do that, and you're just like, what the hell? But this is some really nice play, and we hit Matty Moylan, who was, you know, he hit it with speed, to be honest, and I was thinking, oh man, we're going to go and score here, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way. And you see Chad Townsend ends up with the ball here. Probably could have got an offload away to Mannering, but we're going to continue to hit that left edge. It's been working out so well for us so far. Fishy out here to take on Dugan, and Dugan comes up with a big tackle. That's not where the play ends though. 4th tackle, we go for the corner there, and they come up with another tackle. So it's now 5th and last. We have no playmakers in sight. So Peter Wallace is going to take it into his own accord here and try and run through. There's a gap that opened up there. They continue to go left. How do I maybe just continue to run, sort of run for that gap a little bit more instead of, because I kind of figured they would have tackled me, but yeah, just opened up, and obviously hindsight's nice, but doesn't really change anything. So yeah, doesn't matter. We still had the lead, and we still had, you know, time on our side. There was very little time remaining, and obviously it was still us. So it was pretty much like, this is one of our best performances, I gotta say. And I thought McInnes, like when I was playing it at the time, I didn't even realize Dugan was there. I was like, oh my god, I've just scored such an easy try, and then all of a sudden Dugan just pops up in the screen. That tends to happen a lot in this camera angle, but yeah, it was really nice to get the win against the Dragons. I mean, it was actually a really dominant performance. Like I said earlier, the points weren't there, but at the same time, I'm just glad we got the win. And to our credit, Dragons did attack somewhat well, but you know, I never really felt like they were going to win the game at all. Anyways, just before we move on to the next game, take a look at the Dally M Awards. Daniel Vito is winning the Dally M Awards. Ben Hunt, there's a lot of Dragons in that top 10 or whatever it is. There's also a few Warriors as well in sight, so that's nice to see. But the reason I show that is because round 16 is the deadline where they cut it off and you can't see it anymore. So I thought we may as well take a look at it. Moving on to the second game though, we do have a game against the Sharkies, and they actually have a pretty good side. Chrissy Sando in at halfback. I'm not sure how they're doing on the table, but yeah, they do have a pretty solid looking side here, just on paper anyways. But yeah, we're just gonna have to watch out for Ben Barber. Obviously back to, you know, best form in real life, but I'm not sure how well he is in the game. I don't feel like he's very good in the game for some reason. But Fisiahi is at fullback. Like I said earlier, State of Origin was being played like at the same time as this sort of thing. I think this game was actually after State of Origin, so you won't actually, you know, no Matty Molan in this side and that sort of stuff. And yeah, there would have been players missing for the Sharks as well, but it was the Sharks who struck first. Chris Sando is going to kick the goal. I think it was Jacob Gagan or whatever. He played a little bit of first grade a few years ago in real life, and obviously he scored the try just then, so good work to Gagan. But it is all Sharks at the moment, only 10 minutes in, but definitely all the Sharks there. And you know, we're kind of under the pump, but Fisiahi starting to find his own at fullback. He's did a good job for us in the past there, but it's Manu Vadavai on the wing. He tries to take on Barber, can't quite get around him. Benny Barber, the smaller man, on Manu Vadavai on the Beast, but the Beast obviously tackles, so not too much of a beast in that situation. And right here, we nearly blew it. One of those times where you try and swap to the fullback and doesn't initially work, but we did it, and kind of backed off a little bit because I figured that we probably would miss him. But is Manu Vadavai trying to take on Benny Barber once again there, and Benny Barber comes up with a big tackle right there. And Benny Barber is so far successful on Manu Vadavai. He's 2 from 2, but we do head crossfield with the flying fish there, and we actually throw a pretty poor pass. I thought it might have actually went forward, but they try to intercept it and they kind of knock it on, which does result in a penalty because they held us down too long. But it was a repeat set anyways. We had a set of 6 there, but they give away another penalty literally straight after we tapped the ball. So would have been quite funny if they'd given away another penalty and got a sin bin straight off the back of that. But Ben Henry palms off one, and Ben Barber comes up with another tackle. Ben Barber, gotta be honest, pissing me off this game. Just keeps coming up with all these try-saving tackles there, and I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Gerard Bill tackles Fisiahi as he sort of just tried to push his way across there. But thankfully, Manu Vadavai ends up scoring in the corner there. That was a really nice pass. That was the magic pass there from Sean Johnson, and he's going to try and convert the goal here. And Sean Johnson does it. 1 from 1 there. It's an even ball game there, and that was really nice try. Now, basically, we just hit Vadavai perfectly. Like, it was kind of very close to being an intercept, but thankfully it worked out for us. Now, Chris Sando here, he gets sin binned, and that is really nice for us because we haven't really experienced sin bins too often. But in the Tigers one and before the patch, sin bins used to happen all the time. And also, I kind of don't go for the penalties as much as possible because I kind of know they're easy to get in certain animations, and I just feel it would ruin and make everything a lot easier if I knew I could get a guaranteed penalty. Now, there are times where I'm like, yeah, I've got to get this one. I'm, you know, chasing points or whatever. I'll take the penalty, but for the most part, we'll try and avoid the penalties. But in that instance, I felt that was pretty fair. We had the Sharks on the rocks there, and we did take advantage of the less, you know, one less man. We scored a try, and we're looking to score another one here. Sean Johnson, can he get it past Benny Barber? No, he can't. I was trying to wait for Conrad Harrell or someone else to catch up, but obviously that didn't happen, and we couldn't get the ball away. And it was sort of one of those animations in the tackle where I was like, don't want to offload this because we'll go forward. So we just decided to hold the ball, and we hoped that something else would have came of it, but obviously it didn't. And we went to halftime at 12-6, but the Sharks so far the better side in the second half. Unfortunately for them, still behind as we just keep defending, keep coming up with last-ditch efforts there. But it is us looking to spread the ball wide here. An inside pass here to Fisiahi. That is so nice. That is such a nice little pass there. I absolutely love those little inside balls there. Pretty much my favourite play. Like one of the few plays you can do on this game that actually look like a real life sort of play there, especially with the fullback in the middle there. Fisiahi hitting that ball with pace. That would have been an incredible sight to see there. Unfortunately, we didn't actually end up scoring a try, but we did win a penalty a few tackles later. A 5th tackle penalty of that too. So That was really nice to get that. Gave us a great opportunity, and we are looking to take full advantage of that. Conrad Harrell gets a 1 over on Benny Barber. He's had a great game, Ben Barber, in defence. He's come up with a lot of big tackles. This was not one of them. Clutching at air there. Really didn't clutch at anything, to be honest. We just let him straight past him. But Conrad Harrell went straight through, and he scores a try. And Conrad Harrell, Manavadavai, that's our danger side. Obviously, Carter here on the ball there. We can strike on that side too, but you know the money side is Conrad Harrell and Marty Vadavai, and they do the most damage for us. But we're looking to score another try, maybe kick a field goal, I don't know. But right here, we just blow it. First tackle, straight from penalty. The little inside ball there, it works a lot of the time. And obviously, I talked about how nice it looks. Didn't work that time. That was what I was talking about, where the ball's on the ground. They just run straight over the top of it and miss it. And yeah, thankfully, they didn't end up going and scoring, but we did end up winning the game 18-16 against the Sharks. A well-deserved win. Glenn Fissier, he was the man of the match there, and I can agree with that. Taking a look at the other results from round 18, and yes, it is round 18. You can see there we actually have the bye. Didn't check out the results from the week before because I didn't check it for some reason, but yeah, round 18 is completed. We're at the top of the table. I think that's all the byes done, and that's where the episode is going to end as well. So we're done with that as well. Anyways, if you did enjoy the episode, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. You can follow me on Twitter at MrLuke on YT. Facebook page in the description below, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye guys.